Whole Village is an eco-village about an hour's drive north of Toronto, Canada, in the Caledon Hills. We own about a little less than 200 acres of farmland, about 10 acres of which is used for vegetable gardening. We also have a maple bush and fruit orchard, provincially significant wetland, and we've also built a 15,000 square foot energy efficient house. An eco-village to me is a place where people come together to live together in a sustainable way as they know how, in terms of human relations and the food we eat and materials that we use. It's just working together to be as sustainable as we can.
None of us knew any of the others before we came here, but we were drawn here because of our common vision. So there's a great diversity in the people who are living here. And I think that that diversity, the diversity of viewpoints and the diversity of life experience helps us to make sounder decisions and helps us to be more of a community.
There's no particular religion that we follow. The only thing that I guess we agree on are those that we want to be as sustainable as we can, that we want to live in community with others, and we want to grow and preserve as much of our own food as we can.
Eco-villages vary a lot. They can be very rustic or they can be quite urban. But we've chosen a middle ground. So we have a fair amount of comfort. We have our own suites. We have internet throughout the building. So it's a fairly comfortable way of living. But at the same time, we're always conscious of the impact that our lives have on the surrounding areas.
Whole Village started with a group of people in King Township. We ended up not being able to buy a piece of property over there, so came here in 2002. And I actually lived in the old farmhouse that was on the property for 4 years while we were planning this house. And by that time we'd already started doing some vegetable gardening. And by 2006 we moved into the new house.
There was a lot of thought that went into making Greenhaven green. It's not perfect, but it's got very high levels of insulation, way above the norm. There's a radiant floor heating system, which is a very efficient way of heating. In the common areas of the house, we actually have a masonry heater, and we heat from wood off of our own property. But I guess the big one of recent years is the addition of our solar hot water system, which gives us all of our domestic hot water comes from solar. We've taken what used to be a single-family farm, and we now have housing for upwards to 30 people. And that definitely increases resilience on multiple levels, allows people to share things, to keep a certain standard of living with less resources, and also allows us to do more farming with less carbon inputs, more human inputs.
Everybody who lives here considers themselves a steward of the land. So we plant thousands of trees. We make sure that the waterways are kept pristine. And beyond that, we have the actual farming activities, of course. And we usually have young farmers here. We provide the infrastructure, they provide the skills and the enthusiasm, so that it's really a win-win situation.
Co-creating with a community of this size means that you can bring your visions and ideas and turn them into projects and have a lot of power behind that and really see things come to fruition. My role here at Whole Village is an intentional community member as well as the CSA market gardener. Basically, I rent garden space, 2 greenhouses, and a shed for food processing so that I can run a business that links in with the vision for sustainability that me and my business share with Whole Village as a community. One way that we do that is by providing a CSA share. A CSA share stands for Community Shared Agriculture. And basically what it is a subscription to our harvest throughout the season. They have all the equipment and all of the land and all of the building infrastructure to make it a very easy transition as a new farmer with not a lot of money to have the potential to be able to do this and do this really well. I rent a tractor from them and I don't have to buy a tractor, which is amazing because I'm a new farmer. And I don't have to worry about residual pesticides on the land that I'm on. The land is extremely clean because they have this conservation easement. It's like really, really beautiful garden space to go into already because of the efforts that they've put in to make this land thrive.
Goals at Whole Village is to become more sustainable, to become more robust. We would like to be a shining example of this radically different way of life, of a true eco-village.